This is the optical pathway from an old digital projector. I think it's 20 some years old. And first we'll take a look around the outside, and then we'll tear it apart and see if there's anything interesting going on the inside of this. This is the input. This is where the light went in, and over here, if I run my finger past the lens, you can see what's happening. Yeah, all those little lines, that's my finger moving past the front lens. Now let's go to the front lens like this and check our focus. And now if I do the other, you can see my finger moving past the input of the camera. There's that. Here's the zoom. You can see the zoom in and out just a little bit, and then the focus is here. Otherwise, on the outside, it's just a L-shaped or whatever piece of plastic with some various parts. Okay, so let's, as promised, let's start disassembling this and see where it goes. There are a lot of components, and I think this piece right here is probably not going to be interesting. But anyway, when we hit those, I'll just edit them out so you don't have to suffer through watching the uninteresting parts. Okay, so let's see what that is. Well, not going to come off of there. Some more screws, no doubt. No. Okay, so there are 4 screws down here. Let's attack those and see what we got. Bigger screwdriver. There we go. Block the light. And one more. Okay, so some nice screws to recover. And here's the lens, dust and all. So I don't know, that might be worth hanging on to, using some project somewhere. Okay, set that aside. This is where we removed it from. Oh, I like that green. Yeah, I'm moving my finger past the input, and we can't see as much because the lens is gone. What else do we have going on here? Huh, not a lot of screws. Okay, we've got a magnet stuck to our pliers. Okay. Yep. Yeah, plastic's gotten old and stiff. So I won't try to recover this. Just break it up. And it looks like I need a hex wrench. So let me pause here. I will run and get the hex wrench and see what's happening. Okay, got those hex nuts loosened. And let's found some more little screws. So I'm not sure what this does, but it apparently rocks back and forth. I mean, it's a rounded thing. And let's see if it just comes, oh yeah, it just comes out of there. Okay. So it is a, oh, wrinkled. Apparently this overheated. Yeah, that's not a good view of it. There we go. It's just a polarizer. And apparently you can tip it to offer some kind of a, oh, I see. It operates like an LCD screen. That's what's going on. Okay, and this is another one, I'm sure. Yes. So let's see if my theory is correct. If I tip these, yeah. So those are definitely polarizers. Okay. And then there's one more. So at some point, a long time ago, I wrote RGB on here. So I had some information back then that I don't remember any longer. Okay, get my hands out of the way and remove the last, yeah, polarizer. Man, those are all a mess. They're all burned and melted, and this is a slightly different color though. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, slightly different color. That's on the blue. So, interesting. Okay, so the polarizer for the blue is a different color. What else have we got going here? Problem is when you try to get black stuff, black colored plastics, whatever, on video, they don't show up as well as one might think. Just got to pour a lot of light into it and kind of keep your fingers crossed. Nope. Okay, so that's not happening. I think that I need to pry apart this upper half. I don't really see any good places to pry. Well, there's a beginning. Get out the bigger screwdriver. Ah, there we go. Something gave way. Ooh. I don't know if you can see that. It's colorful. There's these little glass pieces that are in, they show up as blue and yellow and whatever, depending on how the light strikes them. You can see, oh yeah, you can see that. Purple and blue and yellow and orange. Wow. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to get closer and take a look at this, see what's going on. This is fascinating. The light is coming in from over here. Remember all that? Yeah, that little window like that. It comes in here, it passes through a couple of those strange looking bug-eye type windows. There's a magnifying glass right here. Let me get my finger out of the way, use something smaller. There's a magnifying glass right in here. And then it starts going through these semi-silvered mirrors. Let me show you what I mean by that. You can see the glass. If I hold it one way, it looks like a mirror, but if I tip it this way, you can see the screwdriver behind there. There's another one. But if I turn it too much, it becomes opaque. There's another one right there. This one's very opaque. So the light beam is coming in here, and they're splitting off parts of it. So it hits this one, part of it splits this way and goes through the this window. This is the green, blue, green, and red. So the red is farthest away. This is the blue over here. And yeah, so they split off the blue here. The light passes along here. This is the green, so it passes through this lens. And this is another lens I forgot to mention. So blue bounces off here, comes through here, and through this lens. The green passes through here, strikes this, comes through this lens, and then lastly the red goes here, bounces off that. That's a fully silvered mirror right there. Let me get that a little better in there. There, passes through this magnifying glass, and then through, I don't know what that is, just a, looks like just a plain sheet of glass. Bounces off of here, and then here, and then it goes into a, there used to be a prism here, and unfortunately I lost it. It's in my other video. And then it passes out through the front to the magnifying glass, to the lens out here that we took off earlier. Yeah, pop some of these out of here so you can see them. That's one of the lenses. There's 3 of them. They all look the same. And yeah, they only go in there one way. Okay, yeah, I'll mess with that later. Yeah, so if I were still playing around with lasers, these semi-silvered mirrors would be extremely useful. But anyway, what I think I'll probably end up doing is pulling the glass out of here and keeping it for some future unknown project, and kind of go from there. But outside of that, we're kind of done. There's nothing left to pull apart. Okay, well, that was it. I hope you found that interesting and perhaps useful in whatever future optical projects you're working on.